right? Last time we talked about mesh WL, right? Mesh WL when we do all the calculations. So you still recall the calculation step? No? Jeshing? You still recall the calculation step? Yes. Okay, not it. Yes.
Can you explain again?
Yes, I'm about to explain again. Step. Yes.
What is the break condition?
Okay, let me explain it again. With number, this time with number. Last time I didn't show you any number, right? This time let me show you some number. So we assume LS equal to 30 diameter. Okay, theta is 0. VSL is 2 meter per second, VSG is 10. Inner diameter is 0.0254 meter. Liquid density, liquid viscosity, gas density, gas viscosity, assume smooth pipe. Okay. So in the homework, if I don't tell you what is a pipe roughness, you assume smooth pipe. Okay. All right. Step 1, mixture velocity. Let me give you an overview a little bit. We do all this is to calculate pressure drop, just that. Okay, you got it? But there are several steps. Okay, but everything that we are doing it now is just to calculate pressure drop. Step 1, calculate Vm, VSL plus VSG equal to 12. Good, right? Step 2, AP, pi d squared over 4. Pi is not 3.14, okay, use more digit, alright. Q, you get Q, VSL times AP. WL mass flow rate, QL rho L. Good, right? Okay. Reynolds number sub SG sub SL, so we calculate. It's a lot more than 4,000, right? So we can say, okay, inside the slug, let's assume it's turbulent, and C0 equal to 1.2. Now we have VTB. That couple equation that you have in your derivation is like 1 plus C0 multiplied by Vs, right? This time I didn't use that, okay? Because it's not correct. I used the correct one, okay? The correct one is this equation, VTB equal to C. So previously, we don't have any of this term. Second, third, fourth term, we don't have it. You recall that, right? Previously, we don't have any of this, correct? Which page? That we don't have any of this. Nanchen, which page? 92. 92. Okay. So which page that have every term Vton? Vton? Yes? 97 or what? 110, 108. 110. I find that on 109. Okay. So I have 3.164. You see equation 3.164. VTB equal to C0 plus a little bit. Okay, plus a little bit. So let us think about it for a while. Last time we have VTB equal to C0 multiplied by Vm. Just that, right? That's our assumption, and we do derivation for C value. This time, we add some more term. One of the reasons is, okay, let's take a look for the case of horizontal flow. If you have horizontal flow, sine theta is 0. Cosine theta is 1, right? So this is 1. So we have this term for horizontal flow. This means that even though there is no mixture velocity, but we still have VTB. Is that possible? Okay, who wants to answer the question? Tolani, okay, in the back. Is that possible? When Vm is 0, VTB is not 0. Is that possible? Yes. How can that be? By this equation. Yes, this equation tells that, but is this equation correct intuitively? So how do we have interface velocity when mixture velocity is 0? Tolani.
You want that when mixture velocity is 0?
When mixture velocity is 0, okay, let's say mixture velocity is 0. VTB is 0.454 multiplied by square root GD. So VTB is some value, it's not 0.
No, it's not.
Why is that?
Because the gas and the liquid still touch each other, so there's something in the middle.
I didn't hear anything from you, but okay, you answer something. If we have a pipe full of liquid, we don't have any input. Okay, so Vm is 0. Okay, let's say we open the input, open the inlet. So we open the inlet, but nothing goes to the outlet, right? So what happens is liquid can flow out from the pipe and gas can go inside, correct? So we have the pipe full of liquid. One end is closed, so liquid can fall down here and gas go inside, like bubble movement. Okay.
And I explain this because the first time you mentioned
I will explain this a little bit more when we actually discuss about that. But this time, okay, we will see this more. Right? So this time, what it says, mixture velocity equal to 0. We still have liquid hydrostatic head, right? So this part, hydrostatic head, is more than this part. It's taller. The liquid height is taller, right? And liquid can come out of the pipe. And gas bubble look very like Taylor bubble moving in. So that is VTB. Okay. Taylor bubble happened due to gravitational term. Okay. Gravity drains the liquid out. You may think about, okay, if you have vertical flow, vertical tube, and we have some big gas pocket. So this part is gas. If I open the valve over here, it will form a bullet shape or Taylor bubble moving up, right? So that is they call drift velocity. For horizontal flow, drift velocity is not 0 either. So even though V mixture is 0, interface velocity still have some value because your gas can still penetrate inside. So another proof is when they do it this way, it matches with the pressure drop result better. Okay. More explanation of this is where's that? More. Oh, there's no more explanation of this part. More explanation of this is over here. Later at slide 42. For right now, I don't explain too much, and I plan to explain it on slide 42. How about that? Does that help with your question? Keep your curious for slide 42. Yes, okay, what's your question?
So you use the example for horizontal flow to explain the situation where if Vm goes to 0, so horizontal theta is 0. What of theta 90?
Theta 90.
You squeeze the
We have this term.
Yeah, you have this step.
Second term. So for vertical flow, the interface velocity is faster than the maximum mixture velocity inside the slab body. That's what this implies.
So if my starting point is just the way you described, I'm not throwing anything, so V mixture is 0, and I open the outlet to, sorry, yeah, the inlet to 1.
some gas will penetrate inside and liquid come out, but that is not quite a case where Vm equal to 0. Because some part is 0 on the top, but some part is like moving down, moving out. So Vm is not quite 0. So they did experiment somehow. The Raymond will tell me how did they do it. They did experiment somehow by control the V mixture to be 0 and be able to quantify the interface velocity. And they say, okay, it's not 0. We will talk about that a little bit more on slide 42. But for now, this is the equation that is correct. Okay? We have to add this term. Okay? We have to add this term, which is drift velocity term. Okay? Add it. Next, put the value in and get 14.67. That is VTB, or translational velocity, velocity of the bubble. Okay? Then I calculate RELS, Reynolds number of the liquid slug. I get 304,000, 305,000. And then I get HLLS, calculate HLLS based on the formula, Gomez formula. So put the value in. Be careful with the unit. Okay, the unit may be something else, maybe radian or degree. You have to check. Okay, but this is the formula in your book, and we will talk about it more on slide 42, I think. Then we know hole up inside the slug body. Okay, hole up inside the slug body. Okay, next, George. What is the hole up inside the slug body that we use, that we assume it to be when we do the transition B? What's the value? 35? Naturally? What is the value of slug liquid hole up that we assume it to be when we calculate transition B, transition to the annular flow? How much? What do we use? Okay, open the book and tell me. 0.5? I don't think so. 0.35. 0.7. 0.6. Which page number? Which page number about talking about 0.6? Which page number? Which page number? 71? Is it 71? 72, yeah. So we assume that hole up inside the slug body is 0.6. Okay. When did I teach about it? I teach that. Open YouTube. Yeah. We assume it equal to 0.6. 0.7? .5 or 0.6? 0.7, not 0.6, I'm sorry. 0.7. I think I remember that I said 0.6, but it's 0.7. 0.7. So it's not 0.6, 0.7, I'm sorry.
So you said the HCl should be point.
Not H2.
No, let me finish.
Hole up
So the
of the slug body.
So the HCl should be 0.35, right?
0.7 multiplied by 0.5 is 0.35, yes.
0.35. So from HCl we can calculate the liquid holdup based on
That is just the transition.
So is it gonna result in 0.7?
That is for transition criteria.
Yeah.
The assumption of 0.7 is just to do the transition. It's not correct. It's not precise. It's correct to a certain point, but it's not precise. If you want it precisely, we use this equation from Gomez. But if you don't have any information, you may say 0.7 to be safe. Typical value 0.7, not 0.6. I memorized the wrong value. Okay, then we can calculate x, right? X VTB minus VM, rho AP HRRS. Multiply them together, I get x equal to 0.6. Okay. Assume LS equal to 30 diameter. 30 diameter, then I get LS. So I plot this one, which is the what? Denominator. Okay. Denominator with various h, and I found that critical height is 0.996. Okay? Do you know how to do that? You don't need to do this. If you can solve it numerically in Excel, use Cosy solver, or you can plot the denominator and find out at what h that make the denominator go to 0. Okay? Then I get critical height. Critical height is 0.996. Then I calculate this equation, slug frequency. From slug frequency, I know that diameter is in the unit of feet. Right? So G is 32.2 for that particular equation. Put it in. Did you know this equation? Which page number? Raymond?
I thought you were supposed to give us that as one.
You don't have the book? You buy it? $75? Okay. So this equation, this particular equation, has the input of feet per second squared. Okay. You talked about last time that you missed a class.
Yeah, well, I thought I misinterpreted what you said last time.
Okay. That didn't matter because you didn't know. So we have,
Quick question. I
Yes.
thought we were supposed to give you that. I thought that's part of the big group.
32.2
No, I mean, like the
slug frequency.
slot frequency.
Slug frequency is a part of input.
Yeah.
Yes. But without anything, how do we know, how do we put it in? What should be our input? We don't have any input, right? If we don't do experiment, if we sit in the exam room, how do I do that? Yes, it is part of input. One way of put that in is to say, use this correlation. Or in the exam, we might say, okay, slug frequency was observed to be 0.5 Hz, we put it in. We get VSL, VM, easy, right? Slug frequency, 5.29 Hz. Then calculate LU, VTB over nu.
Hertz, we can use Hertz is SI unit, right?
Hertz is SI unit, yes. So we have that, right? So I have, this is equation what, 3.110 or something? Where's this from? LU equal to VTB over nu, 110. So do you know physical meaning of this? Talk about it already, right? Frequency is what? So VTB 1/second. So velocity over slug unit length is 1/second. Now I calculate HF tilde at z equal to 0, okay, which allow mass balance. So this part is not exactly the same as the original Doppler-Hubbard model. So basically what I do is I use LLS and find out what HF tilde that make that HLF that can make that HLS. Same as exam question 1 that you did. Okay? So HLS, I use Newton method to solve this. Do something and then I get HF equal to 0.4761. In your exam, you did do it this way, right? You guess 0.6, 0.61, 0.62 or something, and then you find out it's 0.61. So I calculate HF tilde 0.74. Then this is my boundary condition to start the calculation. Next step, what I did is I use RK45. So for dHF by dz. To tell that it is RK45, you can see that the step size change. Okay, this is step size, and step size become larger. So step size change. So I use RK45 to solve for it. You can of course use explicit Newton. Find the slope, assume linear, do linear extrapolation, that's explicit Newton. Okay. After I solve for it, I get this trend, right? Look very nice. You like it? Okay, how do we know that it's correct? So we go to the next step. I calculate VLTB multiplied by HLTB at every z. Next, I do trapezoidal integration from 0 to LF of VLTB HLTB dz. I do that integration. So basically I do the plot. You see this plot, VLTB multiplied by HLTB at every location. Multiply it, plot it, then calculate the area under the curve. Area under the curve, I assume it to be trapezoidal. When you do trapezoidal based on RKF45, okay, your order of error is better than regular trapezoidal method, because this time you did discretize it equal interval. Okay, this time you discretize more when you need to discretize more, and you discretize less when you need to discretize less. So even though you use trapezoidal method, but if you use with RK45, you see the curve match pretty well. Okay. Then we get, so we have the result be better than second order method. Alright, so we get the area under the curve, or we get this integration. You see this integration, 0 to LF, V times H. Then I go back to my W equation, mass balance equation. From this equation, I can change the limit of integration from 0 to TF to be 1 over TB, VTB 0 to LF, right? So I have this. Guess what? This part, I did the integration already. So I use that value from previous slide, put it in over here, do everything calculation, then I get that, okay, if I assume LS equal to 30 diameter, the output WL is 1.21. Do I like 1.21? Let's go back. No, I don't. No, I don't. Because my actual input is 1.0134. But when I assume 30 diameter, I get 1.2. 1.217. So I don't like it. So what I do next is I assume LS to be 0.01 meter. Just come up with that number. You can use other number. Calculate it again, and I get WL of 0.493. Do I like that number? No, I don't. I want to find the value that WL equal to 1.0 something, right? 1.0134. So I have two input, two output. I plot a linear graph. So this is my input. Okay, I get WL. This is my another input. I get another WL. Okay, so I can draw a linear line, right, between those 2 points. Use Excel, of course. Get the equation. You can do better than this. Okay, get the equation, and I can find out from 1.0 something. I can find the value of LS that make that happen. So I find that LS should be 0.55 or 2. It is not.
So how can we do this?
So I do that again. It is not linear. That's good point to mention. It's not linear. So I do that again. So if I use LS equal to 0.5502, what is my WL? 0.015. What do I want to get? not 0.015, I want 0.013, not 15, right? I want 0.013. So I replot it again. I replot the graph between 0.7, like shrink the region of answer. I plot it again. And then next guess is 0.5486. Okay. And I get 1.0134. I think it's good enough. It's not 15 digit, but it's good enough, right? You can use other numerical approach to do it. This is to show you that there is no excuse that you cannot do it without knowing numerical method, because you don't have to know numerical method. You just know how to plot a graph and use the graph. Right? There's no excuse that you cannot do it.
The next guess here of 0.5486 was random as well, but it's just in between the 2 points, right?
So I use 5486 is not random. It's like linear interpolation between those 2 points. So I plot this and that, right? And then I find out what is the value that give me that from the linear. So this is actually better than bisection. Okay. So I have 2 points, I assume linear, and I use the point in the middle.
I think you're assuming that it is going to be in that range.
Oh yeah. I assume that it's going to be in that range because I know that it is going to be in that range. Alright, so I get liquid slug length, okay, LS. So mass conserved, we stop the calculation. Then we get the whole profile. Done, right? So next step, I obtain HLTB at the end point, HLTBE. So I found that my HLTBE, read from the graph, it is that value. I put it over here. Okay. I put my X value over there. Fluid property we know, pipe we know, VTB we know, so we get VRTBE, right? Then I can use this equation, X over AP BS minus VRTBE. But my point is, this E is not at equilibrium. You may cut before equilibrium. It close, but it is not. Okay. It is the end point of the Taylor bubble because we accelerate from that point to, we accelerate from this velocity to that velocity. Calculate minus delta PA, get this, right? And, okay, frictional pressure loss. Dr. Hubbard assumed that just friction due to liquid slug. The slug body is counted. So I have 2F rho V square over D multiplied by LS. Okay. Rho S is mixture, assume fully mixed. Rho L, H LS multiplied by rho G alpha LS. Add them together, get that. Same for viscosity. Okay. This is a mixture property. Calculate Reynolds number. Use process time equation to calculate friction factor. Put that in, I get F. Okay. Put everything in, I get this mass. 0.3 psi per foot. Question. Good? You can do this, right? Your question? No question? Okay, I have question. You see this acceleration of pressure loss. What is missing? We accelerate the velocity in the film to be the velocity in the next slug body, right? We increase the velocity. What else do we increase? Do we increase the height? Or the height is not going up? Your question. At the end of the film zone, when that film hit with the liquid slug increase the velocity of that fluid in the feed, right? Does it increase the height? Height. Potential energy. Lift it up. Does it lift it up? It also lift up, right? Do we consider lifting up here? So, it's not correct.
But isn't it in the next, for example,
It is, Dr. Hubbard did not consider lifting the fluid up. The pressure drop due to lifting the fluid up, or the pressure gain when we have more hydrostatic air.
Well, he's considering it as sloping that is sloping.
Where's the accelerational term come? If you say that lifting up is outside the slackening, where's the acceleration term come? So they consider accelerational term, right? But they didn't consider that it's not just accelerate the velocity, but it's also lift the mass up a little bit. Tatabani consider that. Okay. Let's take a look at that model, better one. Okay, you understand this, right? Step 1, get all fluid property. Step 2, get all closure relationship, VTB, superficial Reynolds number. Oh my god. Slug body.
That's the from RK45, right? It automatically adjusts the step size. How can we get that step size when we using Joseph's method?
it is reported.
Is it, I mean, supposed to be connected together? How do we do that?
So when it chooses the step size, we can get it present from a program and then put the same.
So, as an output.
Your output include H value and the location that H value is reported. You know the step size from RK45.
So we get the, for example, text file from the RK45 and then use that text file as an input for trapezoidal, right? Something like this.
Yeah. Something like that. So calculate LS, calculate film length, use RK45, recalculate film length, or recalculate WL. If you use my method, recalculate WL. If you use my method, you will see that it doesn't match. Then you adjust for another LS and you get another WL and it doesn't match again. When you have 2 points, you draw the line and you find out what value of LS that makes it match. Sweta, you understand this? Okay. Let's take a look at something that is better. Okay. Takabani did not assume that VGLS to be the same as VS and VLLS to be the same as VTLS. So gas and liquid in the slug body, Takabani didn't assume that it's the same. You wish any question?
So slip velocity?
Okay, so they didn't assume that gas and liquid move at the same speed inside.
So slip velocity.
Yeah, that's slip, yes. So this is because in vertical flow, even though it may not be that well mixed, okay? And in vertical flow, bubble may travel faster than liquid. Okay?
So there was in previous section as one of the transition equations saying that turbulence force is more than what? I don't remember. For the dispersible flow.
Yeah.
So if
That may not happen.
so for the actual case, if you actually investigate if that statement is true in the slug body, is it true or not?
We don't have fully dispersed.
You know,
So
then
yeah, it's not. It's depend on what oil we use, what is the Reynolds number inside,
sometimes it's not.
what is the angle. For horizontal flow, gas and liquid velocity, actual gas and actual liquid velocity inside the slug body, they are the same for horizontal flow. Okay. For other angle, it probably not, especially vertical flow. Okay, let's take a look at the equation in your book for tetherbenny. We have WL, mass balance, and we have another kind of mass balance freezing method, mass balance method 2, mass balance method 2, and mass pickup rate. Okay. Yahweh, what are the differences between 3.121 to 3.123 and previous equation in double Hubbard model? They are the same?
Yes. They use yes.
Yahweh Shen, do you agree with Modia? They use VLLS instead of VM or VS. Just that. That's the difference, right? The rest, they're the same. So double Hubbard and tetherbenny, the difference is for mixture velocity, it's replaced by VLLS because VLLS is not assumed to be the same as mixture velocity. Good? You're sharing? Okay. Combine equation 3.122 and 3.123. Okay, let's go back. 3.122. This one, right? Mass overall mass balance. 3.123 is the equation for X. Okay. Overall mass balance and X. We have. What did I do? Let me delete this card. Let's go back. Oh. Let's change the battery.